Welcome back, JP. Right, so we are at the 24th of September. I said I wasn't going to trade that much this month with my Thailand holiday. And I also made a video saying trading should be boring. And I'm a hypocrite. And this is me accepting that and learning from it. So this month I've taken 3 trades, 4 if you count like the reversal that I did today. I am down £497.91, and my account, as you can see, is currently sitting at about 6 grand. So this is the current status that I'm at. In terms of pips, I'm down 507.25 pips. So I've been absolutely cooked. Why has that happened? Well, the reason why. One, I was on holiday. My habits have been out the window. Just been completely relaxing, not focused on the markets. I took 1 trade whilst I was away, maybe 2 trades whilst I was away, both losers. I took 2 trades today, both losers. However, if I'd held the second one where I reversed, it would have come down and I would have got my take profit here just to make some money back, but I would have still been down 30 quid on the day instead of how much? Instead of £271 on the day. So yeah, this is me adapting to these losses and learning from them. I know my habits have been out the window. My discipline has been out the window. The markets have shown me that multiple times, and I've paid for it. It's not a bad thing. It makes sense. You know, if you are not disciplined in your mind, you're not disciplined in the market. And it's as simple as that. I also injured myself whilst I was on holiday, and my hands are currently ripped up. Like the skin is ripped off my hands, and I can't go to the gym at the moment because if I do, the dumbbells will tear them apart basically. So I'm still waiting for that to heal. I'm back 2 days now from my holiday, and yeah, so we're gonna get into it today. As you can see, previous daily low is here, previous daily high is up here. Where's the model, mate? No model. 2 trades, no model, 2 losses. Another thing is, having been out the market or not been as active in the market, you know, I feel a little bit rusty, like, you know what I mean? I feel a bit rusty. So it's one of those. I'm not making excuses. This is genuine reflection on life and the markets and the results. It's my feedback to myself. I don't care that I've lost this much money. What I care about is identifying where to improve, what to do. So now, as I'm coming back from a holiday, gradually transitioning back into normal life, you know, work life, and yeah, it's going to take some time to get back into it. I also told myself I wasn't going to trade this month, and I'm trading. So what does that tell you? Lack of discipline again. Impatience, wanting to chase profits, wanting to make more when I should be wanting to wait for my setup. And yeah, okay, so I'm not going to get into the one I took whilst I was away because it's like all the way back here, and just going through all the time frames is going to be a nightmare. So I know that I probably should have journaled it at the time. Also had a problem with the charger whilst I was away, so my laptop would just die after about 5 minutes. So that's not really ideal. But anyway, going into today's price, we had no red folder news, or no red folder US news. And pretty much what I wanted to see was the high of the session at the 9:30 open get taken following a 10 o'clock reversal. That's what I wanted to see. And, you know, I was looking at both the NASDAQ and the S&P for confluences to back this. Immediately you can see we have some liquidity here, and we had this low here which didn't quite take it, or didn't quite pass the previous daily low. S&P looks a bit similar. I was also looking at, you know, this sort of price here. You can see it's just sort of all sitting at like one level, and there wasn't really a sweep. And really the SMT here should have been a bit of a tell that we're dropping. Do you know what I mean? So let's have a look at the entry. It's a much lower time frame entry, and like even just looking at this, like what are we looking at here? You know, we got 9:51, price comes up, pushes up at 10 o'clock or 10:05. You can see create this, and then trades back down. I was looking at this as a point of interest on the 1 minute, which ultimately, you know, isn't the most reliable because it's a lower time frame. And yeah, I was a bit bored and I wanted to place a trade, and I did, and yeah, paid the price for it pretty much. So what happened was, you know, we come up here. I think I did maybe like 12 units for this initial one. Was it 2? No, maybe like 5, 8, 7. Yeah, so this is what I was looking at for the setup. 341 for 180 risk. And, you know, I was watching price here around this sort of level. Similar sort of time. I think on the 5 minute, it was a bit more, it just wasn't really great price action, to be honest. Like, you look at this, you fill this fair value gap, wick up, sweep these relative equal highs, and then sell off right at the end of the session. And on NASDAQ, it's not even that, it's just fucking bearish, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just bearish. And yeah, on the 4-hour chart, you know, I was looking at maybe we push up, sweep this high, and then come down. But it doesn't really make sense. Like, a lot about this trade today didn't make sense, and it showed my lack of discipline, my habits at the moment, and ultimately my decision making. I was looking at the trade like, oh, is this wrong? I feel like this is the wrong way for the trade. I had reasons for it to go both ways. And by the time I reversed it, it was pretty much, we were about to hit stop. We were about to hit stop loss. I was about, I was 159 pounds profit. No, 159 pounds in drawdown around this sort of candle here. I hit reverse, which I've not actually done before, because I was thinking, you know, right, we've got previous daily low here, we've got these lows here. This is all liquidity down here. Price is probably going to move there on a higher time frame rather than the 1 minute to come take this high. Hit reverse, and the risk to reward just wasn't great. It wasn't great. I think it was like 180 pounds stop loss for about £120 take profit, £118 take profit. So straight away, that reversal is not ideal. But it would have been correct had I have held it. I closed the trade early because I was scared to lose more money. I'm already down 271 now for the day. I didn't want it to be 300. So, a lot of things to look at here today, especially since I've been off and out of the markets. Well, not out of the markets, but off of the YouTube, off of the journaling for a while. So this is a bit of a longer session. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I got quite lucky. I was going to deposit more money into my broker account last night, but didn't have a SIM card in my phone, so I couldn't verify my account to log in and deposit more money. So that's at least a silver lining, because that money would have been gone. I'd have put about 400-500 in. More than half of it would have been gone today. So yeah, that's my silver lining here. And yeah, ultimately we're looking at this. I'm thinking price has been very bullish recently. This is still the monthly fair value gap here. We are in September. We're in the 3rd week of September now, I believe. Maybe the 4th week, but yeah, it's one of those. So gonna leave it at that. Just need a bit of time to focus and then come back into the market, let my injuries heal, get back in the gym, start eating clean again, cut out the cigarettes, cut out the drink a bit more, and yeah, ultimately just let the good habits display themselves in the markets and see what happens over time. Also, I literally didn't follow my model, so I may look at optimizing it for a bit more short term, because I don't think since I've started trading it live that I've actually hit one take profit properly, where it's gone like previous daily low to previous daily high, or previous daily high to previous daily low. Mentally, I feel as if I don't have like the patience to sit with that. Now that's something I can work on, or I can optimize it to maybe help with a shorter term model. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's just a few things to take in. There's a few things to take in, and it's as simple as that. So I'm going to recap. Down 271 for the day. Down about 500 for the month. And it is, 507 pips for the month down. So September's been a stinker, and it makes complete sense. It all makes sense. Everything just adds up, and that's what you get. So yeah, certainly a lot to reflect on, come back stronger, and at the end of the day, 500, that's like what? One banger trade, 2 good trades. It's not a lot, you know what I mean? That can be made back. So I don't think I'm going to trade for the rest of the week. I think I'm just still going to stay out of the market, because maybe tomorrow, I'll have a look tomorrow, see what we're doing, just so I can get myself back in the gist of things. But Friday, not touching it. And then, yeah, come back next week. Maybe, well, we'll see. October is going to be green. I can feel it. I can already feel it. And yeah, hopefully my hand, or both my hands, the palms of my hands are completely split open at the moment. So once I get back in the gym, that's going to be massive. I was really keen to get back in when I got back from Thailand. But unfortunately, it's not the case. So I had to deal with that. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Back to business.